مرحبا جميعا.
你好啊
Bonjour tout le monde.
Hey hey
No, I don't like this one. I feel it's boring. Say another one.
Okay, 大家好
Oh yeah, that's cool. So hello everyone. Sorry about my voice. I've got a bit of the flu. So we are so happy that you are here with us. I am Rita.
And I'm Tata.
And this is our little corner of the internet dedicated to you guys, to UX and UI. Whether you are a total beginner or already a designer or just here for the laugh, welcome to our podcast. We decided to start this podcast because we come from two completely different worlds, but somehow we both fell in love with UX and UI design. And our goal is to share that journey with you, especially for those who are curious, confused, or unsure about what UX and UI really is. And we also hope to inspire new students who are starting fresh abroad and thinking about exploring a new path in this field.
And now we are here, sharing the journey, the messy part, the aha moments, and everything interesting.
Right. So let's begin by telling people about ourselves and how we ended up in this field. And I'll start with you, my friend.
Yeah. So for me, I studied product design in university, but after graduating, I ended up working more in graphic design. Honestly, most of what I did, whether at school or at work, was very skill basic, like using design tools and creating widgets. And when I first got into UX, I thought it was just about making things look pretty,
Yeah.
like colors, buttons, layouts. I didn't know there was a whole different world behind it.
Yeah, true. It's so cool, like how your curiosity evolved into a career shift. Like you were like, I want to make stuff that works.
Yeah, pretty is not enough. I want useful and usable in UX.
Yeah, true. That's so cool. I love that. So now it's my turn.
Yeah, Rita. So how did a librarian end up in UX?
Oh, that's a good question. Thank you. So I worked in an academic library, as you know, for over 10 years back home in Lebanon. And in 2018, like while I was searching for a thesis topic for my master's degree, I was looking for something fresh, meaningful, and distinct that I could integrate it into the library field. And that's when I discovered UX and UI. And I was really drawn to how libraries, especially in the United States, were using it to design websites, applications, and even software for their libraries.
Wow.
Yeah. And I thought like, why aren't we talking about this more in the Middle East? So I decided to explore it throughout my thesis, and I ended up personalizing a mobile application for the library that I was working for to help our users to stay connected to the library and to explore our services and access our collection more easily, and especially for the researchers abroad.
Then you got hold.
Yeah, completely. Like the two fields are definitely different, but I realized that UX and libraries, they have a lot in common. Like, it's all about understanding users, doing research, organizing information, and creating meaningful experiences. And that's what we learn in UX design. And beside the libraries and UX field, I've always loved art and design. So it's just felt like it's the right path for me. And that's really how my UX and UI journey began.
That's amazing. And honestly, as you were saying, it's not something you hear about a lot.
Yeah.
UX in libraries, especially in the Middle East.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it felt so exciting for me. It was a new path. And now I'm here trying to blend both worlds in a way that helps people.
And that's why we're here together.
Yeah.
I still remember that date we met. You remember?
Yeah.
At the first school date?
Definitely, I remember.
Yeah, and honestly, think back to the first time we met, it was kind of awkward.
Yeah, so
I was
awkward.
super nervous back then, even though it sounds a little bit weird.
Yes, I was just sitting there minding my own business, and then you walked in.
Yeah, yeah, I'm working, saw an empty seat next to this very focusing looking person and say, "Hi, can I sit here?"
Yeah, I'm so serious. Yeah, and that was the beginning. Like, we didn't talk much at first, you remember? Like, we are from different countries, different backgrounds, and totally different vibes. But here we are now friends.
And very different accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both like, wait, what did you say? We also have to use a translator all the time just to make sure we understood each other, right?
We're still using it.
Yeah.
It felt awkward at first. Like, even though we were both are friendly, but I wasn't sure we were gonna actually click.
Yeah.
Like, we came from, as I mentioned before, different backgrounds and ways of thinking. But honestly, that's the nice thing about being an immigrant. You got to meet all kinds of people, experience new cultures, and build some special connections along the way, right?
Yeah, so true. It's very fun and exciting experience, even though we are very different. But we have to say it worked, right?
Definitely, it worked.
When we are working together, right? I remember we are often in the same group.
Yeah,
so
mostly.
I think part of the reason was I think we worked together well because the part of the reason was my design background. So I felt pretty comfortable using the design tools and tackling design related tasks. And you were great at research.
Yeah.
So we worked together very well.
Yeah, true. Like, I didn't have any design experience, you know that? It was all new on me.
Yeah.
But I was used to doing research, thinking critically, and focusing on users. So I brought that mindset with me.
Yeah, then that's what made us a strong team. I leaned on Rita for research and she leaned on me for design. We support each other through every project.
And look at us now. We are podcast partners.
Yeah, we are podcast partners.
So I remember at the beginning of our program, our instructor, Natasha. Hi, Natasha, if you're hearing us. Ask us a straightforward question. What do you want to be after this course? So now I'm asking you the same question. Like, what do you feel now that you have completed this program?
I have to say, I stayed with what we say at the very beginning. UX designers, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
At first, it felt natural for me. I came from a design background, and so I thought I already had the design mindset. So I just need to learn how to apply it to digital experience.
Yeah.
I even thought maybe becoming a UI designer would be so bad. But after finish this program, it made me even more sure that being a UX designer is what I really want to do.
Yeah, and same for me. Like, I've always loved design, colors, typography, layouts, even though I wasn't officially a designer.
Yeah.
And I thought like UX would be all about making things look good while organizing content. But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we thought we were here to learn the technical skills like Figma, prototyping.
Yeah.
But what we actually find was that UX is much deeper.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about empathy.
Yeah.
This word reminds me of Dami. Hi, Dami.
Hi, Dami.
Do you remember the acting scene that we did with Dami in the first session where we showed empathy for each other?
Oh, I remember it.
Yeah, like you were crying and I was trying to help you.
Yeah, it's fun and awkward.
Yeah, it was fun. So to get back, like UX is about learning how to think like someone else. In my case, I realized that UX research is not like the same as academic research that I did in libraries. It's not just about gathering information. It's more about uncovering why people behave the way they do and how their goals and frustrations shape their experience.
Yeah, so true. And I think that shit really hit us when we were what our library at, you remember? We start by designing for ourselves what we thought users want, and it didn't work.
Yeah, true.
It took us many times.
Yes. Do you remember that we did the root cause analysis and used the 5 whys tool?
Yeah.
But we were totally off, like because we were thinking from our own perspective, not from the user's perspective.
Yeah, and I remember the end of the first way we create is about money problems. So weird.
We always think about money.
Yeah. but once we switched roles, imagine we were a student trying to book a study room or a book. Everything started make sense, right?
Yeah, true. Like, this is when I realized UX research is more like psychology. You have to analyze like people behaviors, motivations, and emotion. And based on that, you're going to structure your design to solve real problems.
Yeah. And that's the magic of UX. It's not just about like creating screen like the UI. It's about creating an experience that actually works for the people who need them.
Yeah, totally agree with that. So now there's one more thing we really need to talk about, like the biggest challenge we faced in this program. So what is your biggest challenge?
Honestly, for me, it wasn't very the research or the design efforts.
Yeah.
I feel we come to this program like we wanting to learn those things. If you open and willing, those skills will come, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so what really tests us, I think was something we didn't expect, communication and teamwork. That was the super hard for me at first,
Yeah, I understand. Like, the program was built around group projects, which is great because it prepares you for the real UX work.
Yeah.
But working with people from different backgrounds, as I mentioned before, like speaking different languages and thinking in totally different ways, that was, I think, a real learning curve.
Yeah. When back home, we were used to collaborating, but always in our mother tongue. But here, suddenly, we were placed into a group with people we didn't know first. That's super hard.
Yeah, and we cannot use Google Translate
Yeah.
when working with them. Yeah, I think that's what pushed us to adapt, like to listen more, to speak more clearly, and to truly understand how other people work and think.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable at first, but honestly, it was the part that helped us grow the most.
Yeah, exactly.
And another big reason, we always have different opinion and we try to do the work on our own instead of actually collaborating, right?
Yeah.
For example, I remember there was one group project where we kept making changes to the design on our own, like back and forth a bunch of time. We didn't even finish by the time class, and we were still tweaking it at home. And honestly, if we would have just talked it through and agreed on things, we probably would have finished first.
Yeah, and isn't that what UX is all about? Collaborating, understanding others, finding the best way to build something together.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what made my collaboration with the interactive media students so successful when we worked on the Brothers in Arms project. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that. That's cool.
Yeah, besides their strong skills in visuals and advertising, they were a great team. They were open to feedback, willing to improve, and eager to understand the UX perspective. And that kind of openness made everything easier. We listened to each other, respected different opinions, and we stayed flexible. And that's exactly what led to the project's success. And in the end, they won the first place. And you saw me when they announced the winning team.
Yeah.
I literally screamed.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I was deep. Yeah, I was so happy for them. And from day one, I kept telling them they were going to win. Not because I collaborated with them, but because they truly showed the spirit of teamwork. And I learned so much from them too. And in my opinion, they were so exceptional. And honestly, that's exactly what we need more in the real world. Real collaboration, where everyone's perspective matters and people are open to understanding each other's point of view.
Yeah, 100 agree. And it really happened by the end of the program. We not only worked better with others, but we also made real connection and real friends, especially you, my friend Rita.
Oh, thank you, my friend. So now we're coming to the last part of our very first episode, and we just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us. It really means a lot that you are here, and we are so excited to continue sharing our journey, our stories, and all things UX UI with you.
Yeah, it means a lot, and we are just getting started.
Yeah, so catch you in the next one. More stories, more UX and UI next time, and definitely with a better voice, promise. And if you have got any cool topics or questions, or even your own story about how you got into UX field, we really love to hear that, and drop it in the comments.
We may even chat about it in future episode. Alright, that's all from us. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.